Today, I would like to share with you some basic information on our Project Prepare Coach training. Outreach is a multidisciplinary team. We serve students ages 3 to 21 statewide. We're grant funded by the Department of Education, but we're also employees of Easterseals Outreach. And because of those two relationships, we're able to serve the mission and vision of both of these outstanding organizations. We're also a part of the Arkansas Collaborative Consultants Group. Our objectives for today, I want to share briefly our Project Prepare journey, where we've been, where we are, overview the program of coach training, and let you know when upcoming sessions are. So, goal of Project Prepare is to close the research to practice gap, which we know can be up to as much as 20 years. So we chose that mission because we know if we can get teachers using evidence-based and high-leverage practices in their classrooms, then it's going to help us meet our end goal of positive student outcomes. This slide highlights just a few of the state initiatives that support the work of Project Prepare. And as we dive into these and incorporate these into our trainings, we are supporting educators across the state and again, working toward those positive student outcomes. We typically do inclusion activities with all of our trainings, and the purpose for these is to model them and show how they can be used in adult training, but also in the classroom with students. They're excellent for building community and empathy. So we share one or two of these each training and provide the document so that it can be taken back and used with your school or classroom. Project Prepare uses a roadmap that has been proven in the science of systems change. We've worked to make all of our documents accessible, and these tools will be available for you when you have staff turnover and you are onboarding new staff. Your implementation team is going to be able to support that once they have all of the pieces in place. We also look at teacher engagement, how we can support teachers so that they are feeling successful and want to stay in the classroom. And then we also look at administrator partnerships. We have learned through the past few years that building level administrators are a key player in the Project Prepare process. And having that partnership with your special education administrators is vital for success. So we will also dig into that. Just want to give you a quick and brief journey of how we came to this point with Project Prepare. Originally, Project Prepare started as a bottom-up approach. The training was for classroom level teachers. We were building model classrooms. The teachers were trained, the paraprofessionals were trained. Everything was in classroom hands-on. And it was a great model classroom, but then we ran into a problem. What happens when those teachers leave? You have to start all over. There's no more model classroom. So then we tried a top-down approach. We trained building level and district level administrators, and it was all falling on their shoulders. And they didn't feel supported. And so back to the drawing board. Now we're in the middle. So we have a heavy focus on systems change. This is created to work on a systems level. So district level, building level, classroom level. But we also have all of the training and resources available on the website for anyone that is working in those classrooms. So you can access those documents, whether you're part of a Project Prepare team or not. They're available and ready to go. And so this builds a great system. When you have a new team member come in, you have all of these documents at your disposal and you are ready to bring in a new person. The focus of Project Prepare is to prepare Arkansas schools for special education sustainability. We work with teams to increase student engagement and achievement by providing training and coaching on evidence-based, high leverage, and inclusive practices. And then to support that work, we have a wide variety of tools available to support teachers and administrators as they implement these topics in the schools. And the resources include on demand training, all of the documents for getting started, and checking fidelity of implementation ready to go available at your fingertips. Something I want to point out here is that through our journey, here you see the 9 topics that we have within Project Prepare. As we worked with schools and teachers, we discovered that if these 9 components are not in place, these are foundational structures for these classrooms. If they're not in place, then teachers really can't fathom how they can implement those evidence based, high leverage instructional strategies along with these evidence based, high leverage foundational pieces. And so all of these pieces together really build a foundation to support academics, especially as we start to navigate making RISE accessible to all learners. So I'm going to share some feedback that we received from a building administrator on how Project Prepare resources supported her.
Materials that you've gotten through Project Prepare supporting you and your team?
They're awesome because as a general classroom teacher, I did not know what a self-contained room should look like. I didn't know what a resource room should look like. I knew what a general ed classroom should look like, and it's completely different. So the resources have allowed me to know what I'm looking for when I go in. The videos on the website, the modules every month have allowed our team to go in and know what we're looking for, what the classroom teacher should set up, what the pairs should be doing. And then the resources are just, like I said, fantastic because that gives you your checklist when you go and you do walkthroughs and, they have this, and this. Oh, we need to work on that.
You did have a classroom teacher leave this year and you had a new teacher come in. How did that support you and your team?
So it was really easy because we were able to show her all of our resources and say, this is what we want the schedule to look like. This is what we want the zoning plan to look like. And not necessarily that, that's set in glue. It has to look this way, but here are ways that it can look. It's made me really grow as a principal, not just in the self-contained area, but, as a whole.
Right. We were so thankful for Miss Smythe for speaking with us. But just wanted to share in another administrator's words how Project Prepare Coach training and then Project Prepare materials supported her district and her building. So the goal of coach training is to provide districts, buildings, teachers with support to build sustainable systems for positive student outcomes. We created Project Prepare Coach training based on, like I said, the science of systems change, and we're using a continuous cycle of improvement. And that looks like planning, doing, and checking. So here on the left side is an example of what Project Prepare looks like in the plan, do, check cycle. So plan, you're going to create your team and determine team priorities. You're going to do it. You're going to build that capacity, use the videos and get those items and practices in place in a classroom. We have the task analysis as a tool to support implementation. And then you check. You're going to use the fidelity checklist to collect data and reflect on, and then make changes as needed. And then finally, you'll develop an action plan for sustainability so that everyone knows who is responsible for what. And if someone steps out of that cycle, you can plug another person in and get them caught up pretty quickly. What to expect from us as part of Project Prepare Coach training. We are going to provide you access to tools and training and all kinds of resources for sustaining evidence-based and high leverage practices. We're going to look through some of those coming next. We are going to connect all of our work directly with the high leverage practices and tests. We support coaches as they implement Project Prepare with their team. One of the things that we recently added at the request of an administrator was a couple of sample timelines on how you could start rolling out this project in your school. And then we provide a community of practice once a month that offers an opportunity to collaborate with educators around the state. We sometimes talk about the documents that we practice using in coach training, but we also problem solve, share strategies, and build connections. So, as a coach, your commitment would be to ensure that all of your team members view the training. So, anyone that's implementing definitely needs to view the training, but also others that are going to be supporting this project. So, anyone on the team, anyone supporting building and level administrators, related service providers, everyone can benefit from being on the same page. You are going to support your team in implementation of the strategies. Sometimes that means gathering up supplies for them, or it means figuring out how to fund lamination or Velcro or things like that. You'll complete walkthroughs using the fidelity checklist, provide feedback to the teacher, look at what you can continue to grow on, or if you're ready to move forward, that's great. Let's take on another topic. And then also attend the monthly meeting. So there are 4 sessions as part of coach training, one per month, and they typically last anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. You will have access, as I said earlier, to presentation slides. So if you wanted to present it yourself, you have that information there to do so. You'll have the video recordings. They are already live on our website and they're ready to go at any time. You'll have a training certificate, so you can give out certificates to your staff members that attend the training. We have the prioritizing and problem solving tool, which is one of our newer documents. And we really created this tool to get a better understanding of what's going on in a classroom when we get called for a specific student. So it looks at concerns on the classroom level and student level. And then it allows you to tie those concerns to the 9 topics for Project Prepare. And it helps you figure out where you need to start. The task analysis, this is available for each topic. It really is like your go-to get started guide. It really is your go-to how do I get started guide. So if you watch the training on Friday, this is your what do I do Monday document. It tells you exactly what you need and exactly what you need to do to get this topic implemented in a classroom. Arguably, one of my favorite tools is the Fidelity Checklist. This is a great tool and it is made for everyone, a teacher, an administrator, a paraprofessional. This is really a self check for teachers and parents. If you are working on implementation and you want to assess and see how you're doing, where are you? What are you still missing? This is your document. If you are an administrator, you could use this as a walkthrough tool. Like Ms. Smythe said earlier, sometimes you don't know what to look for. This document tells you exactly what to look for. And then we have the action plan. We provide an example of an action plan for the relevant topics. And we recommend that as a team, you edit this to fit your specific district. This is where you're building that plan to act first instead of react. So you're going to set a goal for that topic. Decide how you're going to collect data for that. The Fidelity checklists are a great tool for that. You're going to list all of the resources for the specific topic that your staff has access to learn and grow on this, whatever the topic is. And then at the bottom, you have your specific behaviors for each person. So we really like this because you can see it's not all just on the teacher to get this done. Some topics, they're going to need supplies. Who's going to help with that? So that's why you really want to make that specific to your district, because funding works a little bit differently in every district. But really sit down and make that fit your team. How does it affect related service providers? What about support staff? Of course, your classroom teacher. So, really great document, super supportive of sustainability. That's really one of our bigger sustainability planning pieces. And so that is part of coach training as well. It is not available on the website, it is only part of coach training. So, quick recap, we look at systems change, teacher attrition, again, sustainability, and making data driven decisions. We are looking at widespread implementation, sustainability. Again, we're always looking at that sustainability piece and getting buy in. We look at teacher attrition, as I said earlier, of course, buy in, data driven decisions, student growth. And then for administrators, how can the administrators on various levels make sure that the expectations for teachers, paraprofessionals, and staff is clear? These tools will help with that. Again, sustainability, implementation with fidelity. That's that fidelity checklist. So we really have a lot of tools built in to support a sustainable system.
Hi, I'm Daylene Magsam, and I would like to introduce you to the 23-24 coach training team. Gretchen Hicks, Vashanti Williams, and myself will be your guides throughout coach training. You'll want to make sure to mark your calendars for our upcoming sessions. You can attend one of two options. Option A will be on Wednesdays from 8:30 to 9:30 in the morning, and option B on Thursdays from 3:15 to 4:15. Sessions 1 and 2 will be held in September, and sessions 3 and 4 in November. You can see the exact dates on these slides. We have also added a bonus this year that includes team support sessions by appointment. We want you to get all of the information, so be sure to register at the eastersealsopts.org website. If you hover over the Project Prepare tab, it will open. Then you can click on Project Prepare Coach Training. Scroll down a little bit until you see the Click Here to Register box. This will pull up a Google form that you can complete. We also have a QR code that links to the Google form. I will leave it here for just a second, or you can pause the video and take a photo of it. So now that we have the logistics out of the way, we look forward to seeing you on September 13th or 14th for Session 1. Be sure to like and follow us on all the social media pages to stay informed about what we're doing here at Easterseals Outreach.